Yo, Aries, how's it going, guys? I gotta tell you, as I was preparing for these readings, I've been doing some meditating on the signs and kind of thinking about what each sign wanted. And at first, I had a real hard time connecting with you guys. I don't know why. Usually, Aries energy and I click so well, but now I was just sitting here, like, oh, I don't know. I didn't know what to think. I kind of felt like Aries in a way maybe feels to me right now like not like you guys have everything figured out, but like things are a little more settled, I think, for you, right? I think that mentally and emotionally, like you're getting a hold of yourself and you're getting a control of yourself, right? So guys, what I did, I made myself a little cocktail, I loosened the fuck up, had a hit of my little vape, and I'm so ready to do this with you guys. Are you ready? Cool, let's go, Aries, or let's do this. All right, guys, so I'm Chris. Welcome to your May Taroscope. So here's what happened. I was shuffling the deck and two cards fell out. The Six of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, right? And we're going to get into that. I just want to say, as you can see, I'm using a new deck this month. And a kind of a new format to do my readings. I have them spread out. I'm going to pick cards as we go and as we talk about what's going on this month, right? I'll put the description of the cards in the description below, the names of the cards in the description below, as well as I just repriced all my private readings, added more affordable options. I really want to make sure like, spiritual guidance is accessible even if you don't have a lot of money to spend. So go ahead and check that out. That's in the description below as well. Been getting great feedback on that. So if you want to check that out, let's do that, right? So here's what we're going to do. Before we even get into this, actually I'm going to get into this first, and then we're going to do is pull a couple cards to look at April and see like what the lessons are that you're coming into May with, like how we can summarize what happened there, and then we're going to dig deep into May. And with you guys, I think right now I want to do a little forecasting because like I don't feel like there's super huge like emotional burdens to lift. I'm not saying that every Aries watching this is like doing super great. We'll talk about that. But I do feel like you guys have a little bit of a hold on yourself, like almost like life right now is a little bit on autopilot. Like that's why I said to have a little drink and stuff, because like fucking relax, right? Just have a little fun, let loose. We got the Six of Cups. So happiness. I think that there's peace right now with Aries involving your past. I feel like you guys are just emotionally settled. To me, the Six of Cups isn't just about the past, it's about joy. It's about satisfaction. It's about what you can give to others emotionally. And this, I think, is a big deal for Aries, a sign of like independence and sovereignty, to feel like they're in a place where you guys can give of yourself emotionally to somebody, right? This doesn't necessarily have to be a particular person. This can be just like in a more abstract sense of the world, right? You're ready for maybe a relationship that's sustaining, right? You're ready to take the relationship you're in to the next level. You're just feeling good about your connections. And the Seven of Pentacles, like, I think you guys are, the part of what's happening here is that the emotional world is taking a back seat, and you're focusing on your material world. You're focusing on your business. You're focusing on your future endeavors, right? This is almost surprising to me when I saw this come out, because I'm like, whoa, Aries is feeling patient. Since when? You're just trying to keep everybody on their toes, Aries. You're feeling patient about the future. You feel like this is like my mom always says, divine timing, like things come when they will, right? I almost feel like that's what Aries is feeling like kicking back a little bit, let the work do itself, like just enjoying life a little bit right now. We just came out of your season, and that was super invigorating to everybody. But especially you, it's like coming home, right? It's like feeling good in your own skin. And right now we have Mars in Aquarius. Like your ruling planet is in this like wild sign that's just big and thinking and forward moving. And I think that's where you guys are just like feeling this strong sense of optimism about the future. Even if things don't feel great now, I feel like things, you feel like things are imminently gonna be amazing. So let's start let's start with pulling a couple cards for April. Like, what do we need to know for Aries for April? What are the major lessons, major takeaways that Aries is bringing into the month of May? King of Cups. Like, what was I just saying? Emotional stability, emotional balance, feeling in a way like your money too is under control. The King of Cups to me is always a money king. I don't know why, he always has been, right? Like, you're handling your business. You're paying off your debts. You're saving your money. You're working more jobs to bring in more income. I feel like you guys are feeling stable. Again, doesn't mean that everything's perfect, but you know, even if you've been going through a tough emotional time, it's as if like it's not weighing on you the same way. Like, it's not just completely blindsiding you. I do think with the King of Cups, especially in this deck, he does kind of look like a drunk king. And I think that there are still some of you that are checking out, right? Because that's another thing I felt when I was meditating on your sign. Like, there's this clear-headedness about you guys, but then there's also this element of checking out a little bit. And we'll get into this more. Let's pull more cards. Six of Pentacles. So we're at the six. So this is kind of forward movement, right? Because we're talking April now and we're starting off May with the 7. So we're going to Six of Pentacles, where I feel like maybe you guys were giving a little bit too much of yourself to other people, right? Causing this emotional imbalance. So if you are an Aries who still feels like you're giving too much to somebody, I think you're the flip side of this king, where you're maybe still a little like emotionally like unstable, a little maybe like drinking or like doing something to forget your sorrows, to drink the pain away, to fuck the pain away. Sorry for being crude, but like, you know what I'm saying. Also, that was just the name of a song, that's why it came to my head, but Aries, you know what I'm saying. King of Wands. Okay, so like, bro, Aries, are you coming into your power or what? Are you coming into your power or what? Look at this transition we have here from the King of Water to the King of Fire. Exactly what was coming out of my mouth. Coming out of this emotional place. Coming out of this place where maybe you didn't feel, there were maybe some ups and downs. Especially in Pisces season. Like for me, Pisces season fucked me up. I was like drowning in feelings all the time. I'm like, who are you, bro? I don't know why you guys make me feel like saying bro a lot. Maybe it's because I want to like fucking fist pound you and chug a beer. Because that's what I'm feeling with Aries right now. Like, y'all are just feeling your power. Feeling your focus, right? This is like a confidence, right? Here's what I was like, I was trying to remember what planets were in Aries. It's like, no, nothing's really in Aries. Chiron. This is a, excuse me. Sorry, I don't know what that was from. Chiron is in Aries. Let's talk about that, because everything I was just about to say, confidence, security, self-esteem, all of that is coming from Chiron in your sign. That motherfucker's been in Pisces, right? That's why we've been like a little emotional, a little sensitive, right? And now with this powerful energy in the sign of Aries, it's just giving everybody this boost of like confidence and readiness to like take on the fucking world, kick down doors and like take what's yours. I mean, yeah, why not? Say that. I don't mean it literally. You guys are smart enough to know I don't mean that literally. We're talking figuratively here. We're talking energy. That's the kick-ass fucking feeling I'm getting about Aries. I like it. I like that I made that little intro for you, because it's like, I've been having trouble speaking, and it's not the drink. I haven't had any yet. I don't know. This is like the third video I did today, and I'm just like tripping over my words. That intro that I made for you guys, it's like fucking badass, right? It suits your energy. I'm so happy that I released it in April when I did your reading, but like that we're coming into May with that same like fucking power, Aries. I just had this come up in a different sign, and the King of Wands looked mean as fuck and like oppressive and like not a good dude. But right now it's like, yo, Aries, like this is what makes people want to like be like you. This is what makes people respect you. Your power, your self-embodied like confidence. I didn't say that quite right, but you know what I'm saying? The way you embody like just your own energy, the way you just own who you are and what you're about. No apologies. Sometimes that makes y'all a little difficult, but sometimes that's what makes people respect you and want to follow you. I just told Capricorn yesterday, if I was going to pick a leader for anything, I would go with a Capricorn or an Aries first, hands down. Because you guys know how to inspire people to follow you by being your best self. Right? Aries teaches the zodiac how to be brave, how to take chances, how to start. Sometimes like Gemini, you gotta have a hard time like finishing, but starting's cool, right? So guys, I really feel like with the Six of Cups, like past issues are coming to rest with May, right? Now we're in May. I don't know if this is so much like your past coming back into your existence, but like things that were emotional burdens, like things that were baggage. Typically we think about letting go of baggage with the Eight of Cups, but this is like, it's almost like that has been transmuted into optimism, into hopefulness, right? That's what these two cards together tell me, Six of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. They're interesting. They're cards that are very oriented both in the past and in the future. And what do you get in the middle? You get Aries feeling optimistic, feeling capable, feeling confident, right? I want to look at you guys' love life for May. I know I just like hear you in my head like, shut the fuck up and move on. Am I getting love? Let's look at that. Okay, so right off the bat, if we're looking at a relationship with an air sign, right? That's always the obvious thing here, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? Especially as a page, this could be somebody coming into your life or somebody, I hate when other readers do this, but I'm gonna do it because it's what I'm feeling right now. Somebody from your past, right? Someone who maybe you've even had something with before, who if not is a specifically an air sign, is like a kind of a go-getter person, like an intellectual, a person who wants action, who wants, you know, air signs go well with Aries because there's so much about movement and like stimulation and passion. So I see right now for a lot of you Aries, like meeting, encountering, dealing with people like that, people who are like finding themselves, I feel like, right? With the Page of Swords, like people who are coming into their own. Like someone who you can grow with, right? I want to talk more about that. Sorry, my microphone was just charging, so I just wanted to make sure it didn't shut off. Let's talk more about this Page of Swords. I want to get into him. Huh? I hope you guys don't mind that I get a little crude here. Like, we're all grown-ups, right? We can all like make a little joke here and there, right? Okay, seven of Wands. So this is someone who I think you're going to be willing to fight for. We have Venus and Gemini, which is interesting because I dropped Gemini, right? Until like the middle of May. And then at the end of May, you go into Venus in Cancer. So this could be a Gemini specifically that you have some kind of relationship with that kind of gets a little more serious towards the end of May. If you're not dealing with an air sign though, this is somebody who you're trying to decide right now with the Seven of Wands, if this is something that you're worth, that you feel like fighting for, right? If this relationship, if this idea, this attitude, the Page of Swords right now could be just an attitude towards an existing relationship. If someone's not coming into your life, right? Is this something that like you want? Is this something that is going to be there for the long haul? I think Aries right now, if you're single and looking, I know I made like a slutty joke about you guys earlier, but I think that a lot of you are probably in the mood for something more serious, right? Like you're okay with being single, but you're really hoping for something that's long term. Seven of Wands is just like persistence. It's like the relationships that last. So it could also be a previous relationship with like an air sign, or I even wanted to say Virgo because I'm thinking Gemini, and then Virgo is also Mercury, so I don't know why I associated those two, but if you have been or coming out of a relationship with a Gemini or a Virgo especially, or I feel like there's maybe like a movement on from that baggage, right? Like that those wounds are healing a little bit more than they have been, right? Especially if it was a long-term relationship or something that moved your life forward in a certain way. Let's look at one more outcome for love for Aries. Is there a reason I wanted to go into love here? Is there a reason why I felt like Aries was in smooth sailing here? Y'all are getting serious. What did I just say about like this attitude of wanting to go the long haul? I think you guys want companionship. I think you're really ready for real love, for real partnership, for real companionship, for those relationships that last the test of time. I know one Aries friend of mine, I'm going to her wedding in a couple weeks. All right? I think y'all are getting serious about this. I think you want like the Empress to your Emperor. Non-gender specific, right? But Aries is the Emperor. And y'all want your Empress. Your other half. The person who kind of grounds you. The person who you can like bounce things off of. Who feels like a true partner. I think you're going to get some insight into that in May. I think May is going to bring some understanding about the people who are in your life, the kind of people you want in your life, right? Like what you want and what you expect from someone in your life right now. Even this could even be friends, right? Like having a standard of the way you're going to be treated, having a standard of just like the human dynamics that you're going to allow in your life right now. Okay, so again, if you're dealing with air signs, this is Aquarius coming up. But I think what this is to me more is that like Aries has their eye on their dreams. Their business dreams, right? Willing to plant those seeds, their relationship dreams. I think you guys are like cool with being super idealistic right now and super high standard and not accepting anything less. If you are getting married like my friend is, like this could be the person that you're like is the person of your dreams, right? Like if you're not in a relationship though, I think like I almost feel like you're manifesting this person. You're making steps and strides for this person to like come into your life. By being that like magnetic Aries that we talked about before. By being your most brilliant self. I think Aries, if you're having trouble in love, the solution here is to like shine yourself, make yourself shine brighter. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, my neighbor was walking by shirtless. I got really distracted. Sometimes I wonder what people, they see me like yelling at a camera and like throwing cards around. Like, what the fuck do they think is going on in here? getting crazy. But I really love this energy for you guys. I just did the Aquarius reading and this came up for them. So again, like if you're interested in, or like there could be a possibility in May of you coming into a relationship with an Aquarius. But what I want to say here is that nothing that you have, nothing that's going to come into your life is going to be real unless you get here, unless you get into this solid place with yourself, where you're feeling good about yourself, where you're feeling good about your life and who you are and what your identity is, right? Let's look at some outcome cards for Aries for May. Oof. Okay. What do you think? What do you think I got going on here? So, Aries. I'm not that concerned about this for you because I think y'all can handle this dude, right? Y'all can handle this devil character. It's a little bit in your nature, right? Like the wildness, like the kind of chaotic stuff, right? But what I do want to say is, I feel like there are people around you who can like really hurt you. If you're in a questionable relationship or friendship, I would really watch your back around this person this month. There's just real potential here for pain being caused to you. At first I was like, no, cool. Like sometimes the devil is like lighthearted. Sometimes the devil is like, you know, maybe partying and hooking up and all that stuff that people don't think is generally good, but like in a way that feels therapeutic and healing sometimes, right? When you need it, when you have a cathartic release. But right now, Aries, I just want you to be careful with your heart. The thing about the star is that we're talking about attracting things, right? We're talking about you being in your best place to draw these things to you. You have to be careful what you're going to draw to you. Are you going to draw people who repeat patterns of like feelings surrounding like, you know, way maybe your parents made you feel when you were younger and now you're like just repeating this story through the people you date? Whatever it is, just be careful of patterns, be careful of cyclical behavior. Like if you find yourself constantly in relationships where it's like, how did I end up here again? I thought this person was different. Like now you just take a step back and reassess, like, is this person really that different, or am I just repeating the same patterns? Be very careful with that in May. Be super careful about who you're attached to. Nine of Cups. So, that being said, I think it's cool for you guys to like celebrate and have some fun. I think it's cool for you guys to feel good. I think it's to your benefit to like, remember what I just said about manifesting? I feel like y'all could be manifesting right now. I feel like y'all could be making your dreams come true. I feel like a lot of you are putting yourselves in positions where personally and professionally, you're going to be in a place to have a lot to offer a partner. Maybe that's why like we have this card coming up here, right? It's like we look at the increase of abundance of emotional energy from the 2 to the 9, right? The King of Wands is a manifester. He's laser focused on what he wants. He's willing to kick anybody's ass to get it. One more. The Wheel of Fortune. What has been happening with you guys? What has been happening with your energy, where we've talked a lot in the past few months about being scattered, about not feeling grounded in yourself and your identity, right? That is all passing. The suffering is passing. The burdens, the emotional burdens are passing. It's like the flame in you is like burning bright and strong again. That was one thing I wrote though in my notes when I was getting ready for this reading, is take advantage of this energy, take advantage of like this momentum that the wheel is bringing, right? But just be careful, like we are in Taurus season, right? And we have Mercury in Taurus, we have the new moon in Taurus in mid-May. So be careful to pace yourself, right? Don't burn so bright that you burn out, right? Deliberately slow down. That's one of the things with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is, to me right now, almost like the goose with the golden egg, right? Where you just kind of have to accept the flow of it. You kind of have to surrender a little bit to timing, to fate, right? Where we started this reading with timing, and now we're kind of ending it with like going with the flow and timing. Let things unfold in their time, because they will. Especially if you believe they will, because you're manifesting this month. You're manifesting. All right, I just kind of want to pull one more, actually. I don't know why, Tower. Okay. I bet you wish I stopped, don't you? You know, guys, I think that what this is saying to me right now is actually that there's less of an investment in the ego pride. There's less of a Aries taking seriously like the need to like show off or be like the shit, right? That's kind of what happens when you have to go with the flow, when you have to be patient, right? Is that you don't need to act like you're somewhere that you're not. You don't need to act like you're in a place that you're not. But that's where you build real structure and real foundation, right? The Tower is built on a shoddy foundation of pride, of ego, of needing to prove oneself. And I think what this is saying as the last card in your reading is that you guys are letting go of that a little bit. You're not looking for validation from other people so much as you're looking for it from yourself. And that's super encouraging, right? So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to pull one of these rune cards to wrap up the reading. I've been using these in my private readings, and I want to use them like in my general readings now. Again, on that note, in the description, I have the link to my private readings. I did reprice them all. They're all a little cheaper. New options, check those out. They've been a lot of fun to do, and I've been getting great feedback. So that would be great. All right, Aries. I don't know why I said that in that voice, but let's pull one card. It's like, I'm sounding like Kourtney Kardashian. I think she's an Aries. I hope I'm not like channeling Kourtney Kardashian's energy. Jesus. Look at this. Ehwaz. This is the rune. Literally means horse, but it's about partnership. It's about companionship. It's about mutually like symbiotic relationships. This is me again feeling like Aries is looking for the real deal. Don't settle for anything less than a true companion, than a true like person who's got your back and is on your side. Aries like kind of needs support from people, right? Not that you guys can't handle your own shit, but I think that you're a sign that maybe gets a little lonely, right? And you feel like the need for companionship. So first of all, like, if you're single and you want this, like, get out there this month and date. Put yourself out there. That's super important, right? You should be feeling your best self with Chiron and Aries, right? You should be like hitting the gym and wearing fly clothes and like getting your hair did and your nails did and like just feeling great. So put yourself out there. If you are in a relationship, have honest conversations about how things can build and improve, right? But don't accept anything less than the best for yourself. You need this person, this companionship, this partnership is going to propel you through life so hard. So make sure it's a good one, all right? All right, guys, it was lovely talking to you. I hope you have a great month, and I can't wait to see you in June and you tell me how like amazing everything is, right? All right, I love you so much. I'll talk to you soon.